Section 4 basketball is back after having a bit of a break. Maybe some of the players are wearing the fresh new shoes Santa got for them. Let's head to the Valley Christmas Tournament semifinals. Sayre boys hosting Tioga, the home team. Finding a groove, great feed down the floor and shoot their Carter Green. Sayre would jump out a 13-3 lead, but the Tigers need to chip away. Jackson Bobbar with a quick pass to Dominic Palmer. Short range jumper is good. For Sayre, they continue to pour on. Tioga had no answers all day. The road unit lost this one 72-56. For Waverly, they took a trip to Athens, and in the first quarter, the Tioga shot draining a three-pointer, and with the clock going down, the Wolverines with a quick pass for Oprah Fletcher, good layup. Waverly was unstoppable, winning 48-36, and will play Sayre in the Holiday Valley Championship game. On the girls' side of the tourney, Norwich got a 49-7 win over Sayre. The Wolverines girls, they also got a 42-30 victory. But the 41st Dick White tournament tipped off Thursday morning. On the boys' side, the Bulldogs defeated the Musicians by 30 points. The Hawkeyes also took down Oxford 84-52. The Unitigo girls were able to get a 49-38 win over Hamilton, and Delhi, they struggled losing to Cooperstown 57-45.